Hey, welcome back to another video, and in this video we will be doing a concept video on the AGL Zamasu. So these guys, EZA is confirmed. Let's go take a look at that right quick. So as you see right here, it's confirmed on September 1st their EZAs will come out. So what I wanted to do, I wanted to get this video out quick before those EZAs already come out and we get revealed on them. So this is a concept video on what a concept of the EZAs could look like. So right here we are starting with Zamasu. So currently his Realm of Gods, his leader skill is Realm of Gods, category Key +3, HP and attack 170 and defense 130. So what I have mine as is I just put it all Realm of Gods 170. So HP, attack, and defense 170. So let's go ahead and look at what his passive skill is. His passive skill is only attack 100%. He reduces damage received by 40% and recovers 7% HP when HP is 70% or less, and then does the Patara fusion when conditions are met. So this passive skill is very easy to work off of when making the EZA. So what I did is I made it attack and defense 150. So I added an extra 50% to the attack stat that he already had and added defense. Then I added extra 5% damage reduction, so he reduces damage received by 45%, and then recovers 10% HP when HP is 80% or less, and then performs the fusion when conditions are met. With the conditions is starts turn from start of battle, and then as you see, if we go up here, performs Patara fusion starting from the third turn from the start of battle. So it's just, I just kept that the same. He can just become Fusion Zamasu after one turn. So let me talk about this a little bit. The reason I made it 150 is because it's just adding an extra 50%, which is I think is reasonable, and then adding an extra 5% damage reduction. This reduced damage reduction after this EZA, I think he's actually going to be very, very good. So it was 7% HP and 80% or less, so I just made it 10% when 80% or less. And then he does the fusion. So once he does the fusion, his passive skill becomes Key +2, only attack 120, still reduces damage received by 40%, and then recovers 10% when 80% or less HP. So let's talk about what my concept was. My concept here is Key +3, attack and defense 200%, reduces damage received by 50%, and then recovers 15% HP when 80% or less. So if we look here, I'm adding an extra 80% to attack and defense as well, because defense is not in the passive skill. I'm adding an extra 1 key, and then I'm adding, as you see here, it's reduces damage received by 50%, and here he has 40%, so I'm adding extra 10%, and then an extra 5% healing when 80% or less. So we're not adding much in these two starting characters, in these two transformations, but we're just adding extra stuff, such as defense getting boosted instead of just attack, 1 extra key, extra damage reduction, and stuff like that. So I think for being the first two transformations, these are good passive skills for the EZA. And now we're moving on to the big man, Corrupted Zamasu. They kept his name Fusion, but in my EZA concept, I just named it Corrupted just so we can get a better visual. He has Key +4, only attack 280%. He reduces damage received by 20%, so he's losing 20% damage reduction. He's disabling enemy's guard, and then he's taking 10% attack off superclass allies. Trash. That is just terrible. So I obviously got rid of that. So let's go over and look at this. So what I have, it's very, very massive. It's not like a big passive skill, it's kind of the same, but we're adding stuff. and we did add some orb changing at the bottom here, so let's talk about it. I have Ki plus 5 and attack and defense 325%. Reduces damage received by 55%. An additional 2% damage reduction per orb obtained. Disables enemy guard. And then extreme class allies plus 5% attack and defense per type orb obtained. And then he changes Fizz and STR orbs to AGL. So that is pretty good right there. So each AGL orb he is getting he's giving his extreme class allies 5% attack and defense. So say he gets 7, he's giving an extra 35% attack and defense. So this is a very good support and orb changer. Since I changed the name Corrupted, you can definitely run him. Even though you'll still be able to link up and stuff. So this guy will be very good with the new Fusion Zamasu LR, or Corrupted, however you want to say it. But this is my predictions. Well, not really predictions, but this is the concept. I just think this would be cool to add stuff. Make him pretty good with healing, 15% HP when 80% or less. But yeah, and I actually did want to add some, but I didn't add it. So let me go add what I want to add, and then we'll come back. Okay, so I did add one more thing that I forgot to add when I was making these. Was this receives? I don't know why I spelled it like that. Okay, so he receives 20% HP. Not receives. Hold on. All right. He recovers 20% HP when HP is 80% or less. So if we go through here, if you're in the first form, it's 10% when 80% or less. So, and then this form is 15% or less. This form is 20% or less. So say you're at 79%, you're going straight to 99, and he's recovering that, which is very, very good healing. Then you're getting all this extreme class ally support, which villains definitely need the help. So I think that would be pretty good to have. 2% damage reduction per orb, and plus he's changing orbs. So if you get 7, you're getting 14, and you're adding it to a 69% damage reduction, which is very, very high. And then Ki plus 5, which is an additional key than the original Zamasu without the EZA, and then attack and defense 325. It was 280, so we just bumped that up. And yeah, it seems pretty good here. So this is my concept on the EZA AGL Zamasu. Let me know your thoughts on my concepts. Let me know if there's anything you would change or anything you would do different. Drop a like, subscribe, get us to 200 subscribers. Peace out.